Strong work by Evansville to maintain possession. The high majority of the chances here in the second half after a relatively even first half. Even though they dominated most categories in that half as well, it seems like it's even.
Yeah, Nikosi Graham up front for Evansville could change things really quickly if he gets a quick break on the counterattack for Evansville. There
Varela
there
looks in. He kept it in.
Yeah.
Toward the middle. First there is Garvey, popped up in the air. Neither team can gain control. Evansville finally does and clears well past midfield. And there's Campman, we've seen play way up, has it just outside.
And boy, Loyola really getting after it.
Evansville not thrilled with that whistle, but it's going to be another yellow.
I'll tell you what, the referee's got a tough job, obviously, but he's about 3 yards away from the action. I think he probably had a better look at it than the guys protesting from the sideline, right? Let's have a look here. Yeah. So it's because the sole of the foot was used by the Evansville player. Again, that's dangerous play. That was Zambrano coming through, and that's considered endangering an opponent. It's just to stay alive here, and anything could happen.
Magno.
Good block.
Biggs steaming ahead. Couldn't get it. 8 seconds. They'll get it in quickly, and that'll do it for regulation time.
There's a break the other way. Heartbreaking. So Evansville, when I talked about the keys to the game, that Loyola would have to match the grit and fight and spirit of this Evansville team, that's the way it's played out.
Yeah, no question about it. And again, if you're just joining us, Evansville scored early. Loyola scored twice in a matter of minutes, and then Evansville right before the half tied it at 2, and that's where we stand heading into overtime. The last time we saw overtime in the tournament semifinals, it was both
second half from left to right.
Great touch for Becerra off the chest of Dueso, but Evansville comes the other way.
Advantage played here is.
And all the scoring in the first half of play, and it happened early, it happened often for both sides.
Yeah, the handball against Becerra, and stepping up is Pablo Ian puts away the penalty kick, no problem. Evansville leads early in the match, a little bit against the run of play at that time, but watch this ball smashed by Mitchell from distance, right in the corner, no chance for Madden, and he gets all of it, almost side netting. Then Biggs takes matters into his own hand, accelerates, creates this situation for Moscow, who gets just a touch to it as Evansville tried to clear it. Moscow blocks it, gets credit for the goal. Madden almost snared it at the last second. Didn't even notice that the first time. But this ball here, great chance. Graham turns the corner, it comes out, and just put away nicely with the left foot by number 21, Barcia. Watch Barcia stroke this into the near corner with his left foot. And we had 4 goals in the first half, and since then, it's been a lot of action by Madden in goal for Evansville, a little bit of action just here in the overtime for Campman in goal for Loyola.
Evansville's got to be building some confidence the way that they were able to avoid that game-winning goal by Loyola in regulation, and then putting together some chances here in that first overtime period. They got to be feeling pretty good.
Well, they stayed alive, and then you have to recall the ball, the header off the crossbar.
To put so much force into one that the wind didn't affect it today, the way they were playing.
Kept it low.
He kept it low.
Yeah. And in the corner, as my dad used to say, every goalkeeper's weakness, low, hard, and in the corner.
Certainly the case on that one.
Yeah.
Both teams trying to stay warm, get fired up.
Marshall Ray's got his guys ready. The Evansville Purple Aces are on the brink of making a final of the Missouri Valley Conference Championship game, potentially on Sunday 1 p.m.
And Loyola, to give you an idea of their opportunities, they were out shooting at 1 point. I'll see what the final numbers. Evansville 21-4. And we touched on this earlier, but the last semi to go to PKs here in the Valley Tournament was 2018 Central Arkansas, Missouri State. They battled to a 2-2 draw, much like tonight. And then Central Arkansas advanced 5-4 on PKs. Let's see what is in store for tonight. We still got another match after this. Don't forget, don't go anywhere. We'll have the number 1 seed Missouri State Bears going up against the number 6 seed Bradley Braves, 2 longtime coaches, the 2 winningest coaches in the history of the Missouri Valley, and what will be an outstanding matchup. But first things first, we got to conclude this one.
And getting a feel for things. So we'll see perhaps which one's more effective.
And we'll also see who, again, takes them for respective sides. Both teams getting ready. Not that Loyola's not confident, but given that they're the 2 seed, if you told Evansville earlier today that they'd go to PKs, they would take it in a heartbeat.
Of course they take it. Yeah.
Which I think surprised everyone with the pace and the goal scoring that was happening that first half, that we wouldn't see another for the next 65 minutes, including the 2 OTs. Loyola will go first.
And there's a certain fraternity between goalkeepers because they know what it's like to be on the line. It's really cool to see. There you go. Yep, the fist bump.
That's Torres. Zambrano will take it for Evansville. Neither team has missed during PKs. Zambrano sneaks it by Campman.
And that was the opposite. That didn't have much on it. He's pretty fortunate that he put it that far in the corner. Because Zambrano kind of tops it, yeah. Compared to Mitchell's, which was screaming into the net.
And it's saved by Madden anyway. Tried the same spot. Madden was ready for it. And now the Aces have a chance to win it.
Yeah, Madden got a strong left arm out there. Watch this. This is hit pretty well, and it's hit pretty far in the corner. But he guesses correctly. That's a strong left arm to keep that ball out of the net. Madden is fired up, no question. Especially because he thought he had stopped the one before, and they called him on the moving too quickly or off his line.
Here we go. Evansville to win it. And they do. And they're heading back to the MVC title match for the first time in a dozen years. An upset here in the MVC semis. Loyola dominated most of the categories statistically throughout the night, but it's the Evansville Purple Aces moving on to the MVC championship game.
Well, we picked the correct player of the match for Evansville. There he is in orange.
No kidding.
Yeah. What a tremendous save under pressure, and he really kept Evansville in that 2-2 tie for so long with so much action in front of his net. So many times he had to come off of his line. Madden punching, diving, saving. A top-level game by the Evansville goalkeeper.
Unbelievable. What a match.
Yep, Jacob Madden has a lot to be proud of. He got his team all the way through the overtime and to the penalty kicks and then makes the save.
And we're going to take a look at tonight's play of the match, which is a production of Purina, Your Pet Are 6:25 between Missouri State and Bradley. So for Ty Keogh and our Tupelo Honey production crew, I'm Brian Beto saying so long from Springfield, Missouri, where the Evansville Purple Aces advance to the title match of the 2021 MVC Soccer Championship. All matches airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. Thanks for watching tonight's match. This has been a presentation of ESPN.